Welcome to Vintage Bricks. James, your host. We are looking at set 4555, the cargo station. And it's a great addition if you have a little freight setup. And I want to kind of explain to you, the set is from 1995. So come on in and let's get going. Well, let's jump in and watch this crane in action here. As for example, we'll have Magistro from, and now we're at set 6056, the Dragon Wagon. They're expecting a little shipment of his favorite little green dragon. They shipped him down the rail here, and here he comes in, ready to be loaded. Bring the crane over. This thing works on anything. Okay, loads up the wagon. He's just chilling out, and plop him in the back of the Dragon Wagon, and the train takes off. And you can see how this cargo station is just the thing you would need for either your castle sets or your train sets. So there you go. Let's look more at the build. And I'll spin this around a little bit and we'll move the crane back and forth. Lots of movability here. That's what's nice. I mean, trains are all about moving around. And so having a crane that moves back and forth and side to side seems just perfect for this 9-volt train setup. Okay, I'll set that down so I can show you this car that we can put our containers on from the crane. Okay, and let's look at this is the truck where once we get our appropriate crane on, we can take it in the town. Maybe you have a town setup, you can just have this go right in the town here. That's a little sports car that comes with it in a box here. Now, what do they have in here? Probably something toxic or radioactive, probably. And I think there's maybe a lion in this one. This is probably super scary in that one here. And it has a little sections on the bottom, so it fits right in the top of the car there. And we'll put the second one. That was the first one, was a lion. This is the radioactive chemicals, all ready to go. Just that simple. Okay, let's spin it around here, and we'll look at so it's designed to be looked on both sides, which I like. So if we look on the back side, there's really 3 main sections here. This is the break room. Well, it's not all business. They gotta get their coffee, maybe play on the internet, whatever they're doing up here. And this is where they keep track of what's coming in, and gotta timestamp everything. And there's the bottom, the guy hanging out there at the bottom. So let's look at the minifigures. There's 3 hardworking guys here. First, we have the train manager. He looks pretty happy. He has radio. Then we have, I think, probably the engineer, making sure things are in working order. And then our super cool worker bee. So you could do this with a couple of card tables put together, 30 by 60 inches, an oval setup with a couple switches. In the top, I have the train engine shed set, the 10027 at the bottom right, which are one we're reviewing, the cargo station, the 455. And this is a sweet little setup, and here you can see it again. If you have a freight yard, maybe you'll pick a different crane, and there's 3 of them to think about. Here's a little more modern set there. And this is another 9-volt one. It has a kind of interesting crane, a little different. And this one's kind of like what we have, just set off to the side. So hopefully that whets your appetites. I would rate this a 5 overall. And I would say, the cost of these are a little expensive, as all vintage sets. So thank you for, that guy crashed. Anyway, thank you for visiting, and we'll see you again next week.